and that was for trash that we found along the trail. And I objected as a little girl, and I said, I didn't throw that trash on the ground. And she said, it doesn't matter. We leave it better than we found it. And so that was a lesson I learned from the time that I was tiny. That we leave things better than we find them. And whether that means picking up trash along a trail or filling up a gas tank of a car that you borrowed before you return it, or if it means running for county commission to make the county that you call home better. Woo! Woo! Yes. And so in every job I have ever held, I have tried to leave things better than I found them. Out of college, I became a counselor, and I sat across the table from people who were in their very hardest of moments, people who were struggling with mental health and substance abuse and addictions, people who had nowhere else to turn, and I listened to their problems, and one at a time, one person at a time, we left the world a little bit better. And then I heard a call, and I went into ministry, and I took a call at Powell Presbyterian Church as their pastor. And now I have the privilege of serving a small community in Powell who is trying to make this very conservative area a little bit more loving. And I think that Powell Presbyterian Church has left Powell a little better than we found it.
Yes, it has.
I get lots of calls from people I've never met because you know what happens when you can't pay your bills? You call the closest church. And so I get calls from people all the time, and they tell me their stories. And one after another, the church finds a way to help these people. One person after another, we feed them at our food bank. One person after another, we help them out with a one-time rent payment or electricity bill or whatever it is to get them out of the trouble that they are in. One person at a time, we make Powell a little bit better. And after a while, I started thinking, we are solving 100 crises. But the truth is that there is just one crisis. And so I started looking around and I said, what can we do? We can keep pulling people out of the river as they fall in, or we can look a little bit upstream and ask, why are they falling in to begin with? And so that's why I'm here today. Because yes, we have, as a church, we have left Powell a little better than we found it. As individuals, we can help solve problems one crisis at a time. But as a community, if we bond together, and if we really think about what we need, what we absolutely need as a community, if we look at the most vulnerable among us, and we make decisions with those people in mind, then we are solving not 100 crises a day, but one big crisis. We are able to leave the entire community a lot better than we found it. And so I'm looking forward to helping you create a better Knox County. A Knox County where people can afford to live here, where they are not being priced out and having to go into other communities. A community where we just saw a bunch of bikers go by, and as they got out, they said, hold on, be careful. And I said, wouldn't it be nice if we had some protected bike lanes for you? And they screamed, yes, as they drove off. If we could make Knox County a little bit better, a little bit safer, a little bit more accepting, a little bit more loving, if we can leave Knox County a little bit better than we found it, then that, friends, is our legacy. And so that is what I'm asking for your help with today. I'm asking for you to get on board with me, and let's do something together. Let's build something huge together. Let's make Knox County the most livable, the most walkable, the most bikeable, the most friendly county, the one where we can afford to live, the one where we're not afraid to live, the one where everybody feels welcome, the one that we can call home. Let's make Knox County a lot better than we found it. And so I'm running for you. I'm running for all of you who came here today. I'm running for all the people who have ever called my office and said, I can't pay my bills I'm running for all of my friends who have trans children who say Knox County is scary. I'm running for all of the people that I know who have said, it's a red county, we could never flip that seat. And I said, let's show them that we can.
Yes. Yes.
And I am running so that we can be back here in 4 years having a re-election campaign when we celebrate all of the amazing things that we have done over the last 4 years. So thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope to talk to every single one of you tonight. I am asking, first of all, for your vote. Early voting ends April 30th, so get out and vote. I cast my vote today, and I can tell you I knew every one of the people on my ballot. A couple of them are here tonight, and it was the most joyful thing because I can tell you we have fantastic candidates. So get out and vote. April 30th ends early voting, and May 5th is election day. So get out and vote. Sign up and help this campaign. We're about to start walking neighborhoods. We've got to tell everybody, that this is the year for Knox County. So I want to talk to you. I want to join forces with you, but mostly I want to thank you. Thank you.